Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Quarantine Quiz Show. Right off the bat, you guys can probably see, fortunately, we're not in the studio today. We were filming this during the second campus-wide pause. We were filming Quarantine Quiz Show in the truest fashion in quote-unquote quarantine. Hopefully, we don't all have to quarantine. Hopefully, we're just staying safe in our rooms. But we did want to stay safe and, protect the pack. We don't want COVID to spread anymore on campus. So we're all in our rooms. No mask today because I do get to be in my dorm for today. But that's not going to stop us. I'm having fun quizzing 3 more Red Foxes. As usual, we are quizzing them on movies, TV, music, history, literature, and sports and games. You guys know the drill. We'll go through 6 rounds, 2 buzzer rounds, 3 normal rounds, and 1 final wager round. But I'll explain more of those as we go on. For now, let's get started. Your contestants today are Nick, Palmer, and Alex. Say hi, guys. How's everyone doing?
Hey.
Hello,
ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to jump right into our first buzzer round. You guys can bring your game show buzzers out. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. The first is going to be 50 points. The second is going to be 25 points. You can buzz in on your phones there. When you buzz in, guess the answer. If you get it wrong, no points. If you get it right, you get the points. No one gets it, no points. You guys will have 15 seconds to buzz in. Someone gets it wrong, someone else can buzz in. So you guys have your buzzers ready?
Yes, sir.
As soon as I finish the question and unlock your buzzers, you guys can buzz in and guess. I'll say your name, you guys can guess. So let's get started here for the 4th episode of Quarantine Quiz Show. Your first toss-up question comes from sports and games. I'm asking you guys, what colors are traditionally used for the 2 sides in chess? Buzzers are live. Alex buzzed in pretty quick.
Red and black.
Red and black is incorrect. Clearing your buzzers. Palmer's buzzed in second.
For chess, you said?
For chess.
Black and white.
Black and white is the correct answer. Palmer's starting off with 50 points right off the bat. Nice little lead. But don't worry, second question coming up here. This is going to be worth 25 points, and it comes to you from the music category. I ask you guys, what is the name of Miley Cyrus's father? Live. Alex buzzed in first.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus is correct. Alex redeems himself, gets those 25 points. You guys can put your buzzers to the side for now. We'll need those later. For now, we're going to move into history for our first category of round 1. I'll go down the line, ask you guys each your question. These are worth 100 points. If you get your question incorrect, the next person can steal it. They can take your points. You only get 1 guess, so make it count. We're going to move to Nick first. Give me Nick. Nick from history for 100 points. I ask you, what color was the Statue of Liberty originally?
I believe that was copper.
Copper is the correct answer. Nick is starting off with a cool 100. Nick, I think you might have outdressed me today. I think you could host this show. Let's see if you know. I would say let's see if you know more than I do, but I have an unfair advantage. I have the answers here. But Palmer, moving to you for your first history question. I ask you, which president passed the Civil Rights Act of 1964?
1964. That was Lyndon B. Johnson, wasn't it?
Lyndon B. Johnson. It was.
Oh my
100
God.
points. Go to Palmer. Starting off strong for everyone. Alex, asking you your first history question. I ask you, what were the series of protests that followed the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. called?
Was it the LA riots?
LA riots are incorrect. Nick, your chance for the steal. I ask you the same question. What were the series of protests that followed the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. called?
I'll throw up the DC riots.
DC riots are incorrect. The answer is the Holy Week uprising. I would have also accepted the King assassination riots. But we're moving right back to you for your second history question to get a chance of redemption here. Nick, I'm asking you, who is the 44th president of the United States of America?
Would that be Barack Obama?
That would be Barack Obama. Barack Obama was the correct answer there. 44th president. Moving on to Palmer, your second history question of the night. I ask you, which state is Mount Rushmore located in?
That's North Dakota, isn't it?
North Dakota is incorrect. Alex, you get the chance for the steal.
Is it Washington?
Washington is also incorrect.
I know what
Palmer's
it
a little
is.
closer. It is South Dakota,
Oh!
just across the border there. Alex, we're coming back to you for your last history question of the night. I ask you, in what decade did the second wave of feminism begin?
The 1970s.
1970s, unfortunately, is incorrect. Nick, you get your chance for another steal. What decade did the second wave of feminism begin?
I'll say the 2000s.
2000 is also incorrect. Alex, if it's any condolence, you were a little closer there. The answer is the 1960s. Prevailed through the 1970s, but it began mid to late 1960s. But moving on to music now. Still round one, still 100 points. Nick, we're coming right back to you. From music, I ask you, which American rock singer-songwriter, referred to as The Boss, is famous for singing the 1984 hit song Born in the USA?
Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen is the correct answer. Down the river here in Jersey. I believe the most famous person to come out of New Jersey. Palmer, coming to you for your first music question. I ask you, what song does Tom Cruise dance and sing to in the movie Risky Business?
Oh. I don't know that, but I'm gonna let's guess Dancing Queen by ABBA.
Dancing Queen by ABBA is incorrect. Alex, you get a chance to steal movie Risky Business. What song does Tom Cruise famously dance and sing to?
You lost that love and feeling.
That is
That's wrong.
incorrect. The answer is
It's
Old
Top
Time
Gun.
Rock and Roll, Bob
Oh.
Seger and the Silver Bullet Band.
I
You guys
wouldn't
know that by the
that.
You would know it by the first 6 notes or so. It's a pretty famous one, pretty famous scene. But we're moving right back to Alex here for his second music question. I'm sorry, his first music question. His question for the music category, Alex, I ask you, which famous British rock band features Brian May on guitar?
Queen.
Queen is correct. Got a bit of an easy one there. Nick, moving back to you for your second music question. Which member of the Beatles is seen crossing Abbey Road first on the famous album cover? And by first, we mean on the furthest right.
Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr is incorrect. Palmer, you get a chance to steal.
Is this fair? I have the poster right behind me.
You know what? I can't control that as long as you don't look at it.
Oh,
No.
Stop looking at
furthest on the right. That's
Furthest on the right.
That's John Lennon.
John Lennon is correct. You had a 1 in 3 chance of getting that right if it wasn't Ringo. But
Yeah,
The
what
poster did you well.
Chance of getting that right.
well, I trust that he knew it. I'm gonna be the judge here. I'm gonna say he gets that one. He gets
I have
those
a
100
puzzle
points.
right here of the Beatles. My hat right over there.
Big Beatles fan. I respect that. I've got the album over here on vinyl. It's a fantastic
Look at it.
album. John Lennon was a legendary singer-songwriter. But coming right back to you, Palmer, for your last music question of the night. Ask you the popular 80s song by Tommy Two Tone. What was Jenny's phone number?
Oh, no. 1-800 dial me.
1-800 dial me is incorrect. Alex, we move to you for your chance to steal that. Popular 80s song by Tommy Two Tone. What was Jenny's phone number?
1-800 call me. I don't know.
1-800 call me is also incorrect. She had a toll-free number. Number is 8675309. The famous one.
Why would I know that?
You guys would know that. You've heard this song. I don't know you, but I can say you've heard the song. All right, Alex, we're moving to you for the last question of round one. Last 100 points on the board here. For music, I ask you, what album won Ariana Grande her first Grammy at the 2019 Grammy Awards? Alex doesn't seem like he's a big Ariana Grande fan.
Victorious. I don't know.
Victorious is incorrect. Nick, your chance for the steal here. What album?
I have no clue. I have no clue.
No
Settle
clue.
me.
The album was Sweetener. Oh, I think some Victorious soundtrack must have won some Grammy at some point. I think it deserved to. As we end round one here, let's take a look at the score. Nick is in the lead with 300. Palmer close with 250. Alex trails behind with 125. It's still a very close game here. We're moving on to our next buzzer questions, so you guys can take your buzzers out. These are worth 150 and 125. Same rules apply. So it is still anyone's game going to this next round 2. Scoreboard can definitely flip. So you guys have your buzzers out. You guys ready? All right. Your first question for 150 points is going to come from television. Once I finish reading the question, I'll unlock the buzzers. You guys can buzz in. In television, I ask you, when Patrick Star dressed as a woman in SpongeBob SquarePants, what was the female name he used? Buzzers are live. Alex, buzz in pretty quick. Any guess?
He's muted.
Alex, you're muted.
Patricia.
One more time.
Patricia?
Patricia is correct. Only heard the second part of that, but Patricia's correct. So you get the 150 there. Accidentally muting yourself. That's very, very 2020. Very, very Zoom of this quiz show. No, you're good. That happened. All right. Moving on now. 125 points from the history category. I ask you guys, what was the last state to join the United States of America? Live. Palmer, buzzed in pretty quick.
Hawaii.
Hawaii is correct. Hawaii was admitted August 21st, 1959. Alaska was January 3rd, 1959. So Hawaii is the correct answer there. Palmer gets those 125 points. And we're moving on to round 2 here. We're going to start out with movies. These questions are worth double the last category. These are worth 200 points. So still anyone's game here. Nick, coming to you first. I ask you, which Star Wars movie is the following Yoda quote from? And I apologize, I refuse to do the voice. This show is on the internet and it will last forever. The quote is, around the survivors, a perimeter create.
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones is correct. If I'm correct, that's from the Battle of Geonosis, but I got to brush up on my prequels. Not quite trivia here, but I believe Attack of the Clones, last I checked, was the worst movie in the Star Wars franchise. So moving on, you guys don't get to debate that. Moving on to Palmer here. Your question for movies is, what is the name of the fish that Lilo from Lilo and Stitch feeds every Thursday?
Oh, you're kidding me. Goldie.
Goldie is incorrect. Alex, you get a chance to the steal here. Fish from Lilo and Stitch.
I don't know.
Not sure. The answer is Pudge.
I have not seen Lilo and Stitch since like
That is
2003. So.
Oh, me
I'm
neither.
right there with you. It's a great movie, though. But his name is Pudge. She feeds him a sandwich every Thursday because she believes he controls the weather. But Alex, you get your chance for redemption here. I'm coming to you with your movie question. I ask you, what new Disney movie is based on the real story of Zach Zobiak? Apologize if Zach Sobiak. Apologize if I got his name wrong. Clouds is correct. I do not know how to pronounce that name, but you got the question right anyways, so 200 points to you. That is streaming exclusively on Disney Plus. Add a little
Was this an ad?
wink there in editing. All right, moving on to Nick. Your question for movies, last question of the night for you for movies is, in Pitch Perfect, when the rest of the Bellas were doing cardio or running the bleachers, what did Fat Amy say she was doing?
I've seen the movie like 3 times. I don't know. I'm going to have to go with eating donuts. I don't know.
Eating donuts is incorrect. Palmer, your chance to steal. Did Fat Amy say she was doing while the rest of the Bellas were doing cardio?
She was crying.
Crying is incorrect. She said she was horizontal running. No points for anyone for that question. Palmer, we're coming right back to you. You get some redemption here for your last question of movies. The movies category, I ask you, what city do Avengers Hawkeye and Black Widow often reminisce?
Oh my God, I know this. It's the Russian place. I don't have
some
it.
sort of guess. Don't have it?
Oh,
Whatever you're saying is incorrect.
Scandinavia.
That is incorrect. I don't believe. No, that's
No,
wrong.
it's not.
Alex, your chance for the steal here.
Budapest.
Budapest is correct. We're supposed to get to know what happened in Budapest in the new Black Widow movie, but we'll see if that ever comes out ever. But fingers crossed, we finally get to know what happens there. So Alex, you get the 200 points for that. Budapest. I come to you with the last movies question of the night. Ask you, what are the names of the 3 trick-or-treaters in The Nightmare Before Christmas? Looking for all 3.
Happy, Dopey, and Sneezy. I don't think I've seen Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm sorry.
Those are incorrect. Could have given you the points if I was asking for three of the dwarves from Snow White. Nick, come to you for the steal. Name of the 3 trick-or-treaters in The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nick, Palmer, and Alex. I have no clue.
Nick, Palmer, and Alex. Those are pretty good names, but those
Good
unfortunately
guesses.
are incorrect. Lock, Shock, and Barrel is the answer we were looking for. But we're coming right back to you, Nick. We're moving now onto literature. Still round 2, still 200 points. New category here. So from literature, I ask you, Annabelle Lee is a poem written by who?
F. Scott Fitzgerald. I have no clue.
F. Scott Fitzgerald is incorrect. Palmer, moving on to you for the steal. Annabelle Lee is a poem written by which poet?
Annabelle Lee. I only know one poet, and I'm gonna say Robert Frost.
Robert Frost is a good guess. Robert Frost is incorrect. The poet was Edgar Allan Poe, famous for Cartel Heart, The Raven, among others. But no one gets the points for those. But Palmer, we're coming right back to you for your literature question. I ask you, who is the main female character in the book The Great Gatsby?
Oh, on High School Me. You know what? We're gonna say Annabeth from Percy Jackson.
Annabeth from Percy Jackson is correct. No, I'm kidding. Alex, we're moving on to you for the steal.
Daisy.
Daisy is correct. Unfortunately, High School Palmer failed you. Nick, I know you wanted that one. You just said F. Scott Fitzgerald. I could feel once I said that he knew it. Alex, we're moving on to you for your literature question. Ask you, what city does Holden Caulfield explore in The Catcher in the Rye?
New York City.
New York City is correct. Alex gets another 200 points right there. And we're moving right back to Nick for his last literature question of the night. This question. What book series inspired the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy?
50 Shades of Grey?
Correct. What book series inspired that trilogy? Is that your
I'm
guess?
sorry. I was thinking of the movie series. No,
what series inspired the book trilogy?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Not sure. Palmer, moving on to you for the steal.
Mad Libs.
Mad Libs is incorrect, but it might as well have been. Answer is Twilight. 50 Shades of Grey started as a Twilight fan fiction on the author's BlackBerry. I don't know why I know that, but I hate that I do. No one gets the points for the 50 Shades question. Moving on to Palmer for his last question of round 2, his last question of literature. Palmer, I ask you, what children's book contains the characters Tweedledee and Tweedledum?
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland is correct. Also made into a couple movies, most famously by Disney.
And 2 books.
200 points there. But Alex, moving on to you for the last question of round 2 here. Last literature question. I ask you, who wrote Anna Karenina?
How do you spell that?
Is that going to help?
No, I don't know.
The ANNA space KARENINA.
Someone who's... I don't know.
No, that's incorrect. Nick.
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling is incorrect, but I heard she did try to say that the characters in Anna Karenina, she just messed with their backstories completely after it was written. No, Leo Tolstoy wrote Anna Karenina. So at the end of round 2 here, we're ending off with Nick in third place with 500, Palmer in second place with 575. Alex is starting to take a lead here with 1,075 points. Just don't worry, this next round, round 3, each question is worth 400 points, and then there's still the wager round to come, so it is still absolutely anybody's game. But for now, we'll take a quick game break to meet our contestants. Nick, give me Nick real quick. Let's hear from Nick. I want to hear, what year are you? What major are you? What are you looking to do after school? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am currently a sophomore here at Marist. I'm a sports communication major, minoring in business. I don't exactly know what I want to do after school yet, but I know that I want to work in sports in one way or another. So that's currently what my plan is, even if it's not much of one at this point. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Hey, we got some time. It's good to know what field you want to go into. You dress snazzy. I like that, Nick. Palmer.
Got the skier tie on.
Yeah,
Let
absolutely.
it snow.
Got to rep the sports. Palmer, let me hear a little bit about yourself.
My name is Palmer. I'm from California. I'm a junior, I think. And my major is film and television, and after school I'll probably do something with that.
All right, maybe that'll help you out in the next round. We got TV coming up soon. Alex, tell me about yourself. What year are you? What are you majoring in? What are you looking to do after school?
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm a senior. I'm a film TV production major, and after school, I'm still kind of searching around. I'm hoping to become a video editor, though. So,
Video editor. All right, it's good. It's a good profession, especially for your major. Obviously, maybe you can help edit this episode of Quarantine Quiz Show. Maybe edit to run up your score.
that might be a toughie.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right, but we're moving on here to round 3. Like I said, it's still anybody's game here. Our first category is going to be sports and games. So, Nick, you might have an advantage here. But after that, we're going to go on TV. So, Palmer and Alex might have you on that category. But for now, we move on to sports and games. The first question of round 3. Nick, I ask you, what baseball player hit a walk-off home run in Game 6 of the 2011 World Series, forcing a Game 7?
I'm going to say David Freese.
David Freese is correct. The St. Louis Cardinals. That game helped them win the series that year. So you get your 400 points there, and we're moving on to Palmer. I do just want to mention these questions are a bit harder as they are worth more points, but Nick clearly doesn't see any change of difficulty. But Palmer, coming to you from sports and games. In the board game Sorry, what card allows players to split moves between 2 pawns?
That is the number 7 card.
The number 7 card is correct. You get your 400 points there. Alex, let's see if we can keep this streak up. No pressure. Sports and games. I ask you, which NASCAR driver has the most career wins?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna just. Do I know any NASCAR drivers? Bubba Wallace? No, that's not right.
Is incorrect. Nick, your chance for the steal was the.
I'm gonna go with Tom Petty. That's not right. It's not Tom Petty. It's Richard Petty.
Richard Petty is correct. See where you're going with that Tom Petty connection, but Richard Petty is correct. He has 200 wins over 24 years. Quite impressive. So Nick gets the steal.
Glad I caught myself there.
Nick, we're coming right back to you for your second sports and games question. I ask you, which video game is often erroneously referred to as being the first video game?
Is it? I'll guess Pac-Man. I know that's probably not right.
Pac-Man is incorrect. Palmer, you get a chance for the steal here. Which video game is often erroneously referred to as being the first video game?
Pong.
Pong is correct, I believe, for the Commodore 64, if not the Atari. The first video game was actually Tennis for Two. Pong came out in, I believe it was either the late 70s or the early 80s. Tennis for Two was a video game similar. Came out all the way back in 1958. A little different, but
Pong actually came out in the arcades, not the Commodore 64. That was like 11 years later, at least, I think.
There we go. I would give you points for that, Alex, but I cannot. But you'll learn a little.
That was the only
even
question in this category I'm going to get. So.
Well, get quote unquote. But Palmer,
it's fine. Give your points to me.
Alex, maybe you'll know that the last question in this category. We are moving on to TV pretty soon, so you can probably catch up pretty quick there. But Palmer, we're coming right back to you for sports and games. I ask you, which baseball team won 116 games in the 2001 Major League Baseball season, only for them to lose in the league championship series?
I actually know this, I think. I'm going to say the Mets.
The Mets is incorrect. Unfortunately, you did not actually know that.
I didn't.
Alex, you get a chance to actually know this one.
I don't, but I'm gonna guess the Yankees.
Yankees is also incorrect. Answer is the Seattle Mariners.
Wait,
Won
was
116
the
games.
Subway Series 2000?
I believe so, but if it was 2001, we were asking about the league championship series, so it might have been 2000, 2001, but the Mariners made it all the way to the league championship series and they lost there. But moving on, Alex, the last question of sports and games here. Ask you, which baseball team has never appeared in the World Series?
The Indians.
Indians is incorrect. Nick, you get the chance to steal the sports and games question. Which baseball team has never appeared in the World Series?
It's sad that this isn't the one I know. I am going to go with... I'll go with the Seattle Mariners.
Seattle Mariners, it's your guess. That's a pretty good guess because that is the correct answer. That last question was a bit of a hint. Seattle Mariners have never appeared in the World Series. So, Nick, you get lucky there. You get that steal. And we're going to move on to the last category of round 3. Still worth 400 points. We're coming to you with your first TV question, Nick. I ask you, what is the name of the research project that was conducted on the island in the TV show Lost?
The Blair Witch Project. I have no clue.
Blair Witch Project is incorrect. Fun fact about the Blair Witch Project, Marist alum directed that. That's a fun little fact there. But that doesn't help with this question. Palmer, coming to you for the steal here. What is the name of the research project that was conducted on the island in the TV show Lost?
The name of the projects?
The name of the research project.
Project I Don't Want to Die.
Project I Don't Want to Die is incorrect. It was the Dharma Initiative. So no points for that question. But Palmer, we're coming right back to you. Your TV question. I ask you, in The Walking Dead, what was the name of the town that was run by the governor in the 3rd season?
I don't watch that show.
I'm right there with you, Palmer.
Liberty.
Liberty is incorrect. Alex, your chance to steal this question. In The Walking Dead, what was the name of the town that was run by the governor in season 3?
You've never seen this show. Levittown.
Levittown is also incorrect. The correct answer was Woodbury. Woodbury? Whatever it was. No one here knew it. But Alex, we're coming to you for your redemption. Your first question of the TV round, or the TV category, excuse me. I ask you, what British channel did Black Mirror air on before it was bought by Netflix?
BBC.
BBC is incorrect. Nick, I'm coming to you for the steal. What British channel was Black Mirror on before Netflix?
British Channel. British Channel 3.
British Channel 3 is incorrect, but it was close. British Channel 4 was the correct answer. It was on Channel 4 before it moved to Netflix. Now it's become just wildly successful. I believe the 5th season.
You're not serious. That wasn't actually the answer, was it?
The answer is Channel 4.
What?
That the British cannot name TV channels, apparently.
Oh, my.
It was
Okay,
Channel
all right.
4.
Hey, see, this is why you give a guess, right?
Exactly. Moving on, Nick, to your last TV question here. Your last question, round 3. In the show Dexter, what souvenir does Dexter take from each of his victims?
A pair of their socks.
A pair of their socks would be cool, but is incorrect. Palmer, you get to steal here. And Dexter, what souvenir does Dexter take from each of his victims?
Big toe.
Big toe would also be cool. The answer was a drop of blood. Takes a drop of blood from each of his victims. I heard they're supposed to be bringing that back for
They are.
some final season. Yeah, I never watched the show, but apparently they want to redo the finale. So let's see how that ends up. Palmer, we're coming back to you for your last TV question of the night. I ask you, in the Disney Plus show The Mandalorian, what is Mando's real name?
Oh, you're the worst. I knew I should have rewatched season 1. All right, we're gonna go with Ren.
Ren is incorrect. Alex, your chance for the steal. What is the Mandalorian?
I know this. It's Din Djarin.
Oh,
Din Djarin is correct. Palmer, I am just the keeper of the questions here. I apologize, but
Mandalorian is like my favorite TV show of all time. I got this.
jarring. It is correct. Season 2's out now. Just season 1, season 2, just raving review. That's a great show if you haven't checked it out already. Big Star Wars fan. It's good stuff. Better than the entire sequel trilogy. Again, that's my Star Wars opinion, and no one can dispute that. Anyways, Alex, moving on. The last question of the night from TV. In Game of Thrones, what kind of metal, which Jon Snow's sword Longclaw is made out of, can be used to kill White Walkers?
I don't know this. Adamantium.
Adamantium, incorrect. Wrong universe there.
Nice.
Nick, your chance for the steal. What metal, which Longclaw is made out of, can be used to kill White Walkers?
Vibranium. I also don't watch the show.
Nice.
Vibranium, also the same universe, also the same wrong universe. The metal was Valerian steel. So could kill a White Walker, but couldn't save a season 8. All right, end of round 3 here. Looking at our points, Nick has 1,700 points. He's in first place. Alex is close behind with 1,475. Palmer also right behind, 1,375. So that brings us to our wager round. So I'm going to need you guys to get out a piece of paper. How this is going to work is there will be 3 questions in the wager round, similar to a Final Jeopardy, but 3 times over. You guys will be allowed to wager your points for each question. What's going to happen is I'm going to ask Nick to pick one of the 6 categories, Alex to pick another one, Palmer to pick a third. I'll ask you guys all the same questions. I'll ask you guys to write down your wagers, show it to us, and you'll have 30 seconds to answer the question. Write it down on a piece of paper. At the end of the 30 seconds, drop your pencil, show it to me.
Do we make 3 different wagers or?
We'll make 3 different wagers for each question. So
Okay.
after each question. So we'll go through this first question. You guys can wager the points you have. If you win points, you can also wager those points in the next question. If you lose those points, you have less to wager. So we'll go question by question. You guys have 30 seconds, like I said, to write down the question, show it to me, and we'll award or deduct your points from you. So again,
Hello?
Nick, first place currently,
Okay.
so you get to pick out of the 6 categories. You pick first movies, TV, sports and games, history, literature, or music. What question would you like the 3 of you to be asked?
Do I pick all 3 now? Or just one right now?
No, you pick one, and then Alex will pick one, and Palmer will pick a third.
Okay, I'm going to go with music right now.
Music. All right, so everybody will answer a music question. Then Alex, you are in second place. You have a second category for us to get quizzed on.
Movies.
So we'll go music, then movies, and Palmer, rounding this out, which is the third category you guys are getting quizzed on tonight.
Let's do history.
All right, we're doing history. So we are going music, then movies, then history. So once again, your guys' scores, you are wagering right now on the music question. Nick, you have 1,700. Alex, you have 1,475. Palmer, you have 1,375. You guys want to write down your wagers right now, and then show them to me, and we'll mark those down. Everyone try to at the same time. Guys, get your wagers down.
Yep.
Do I show them right now?
Yep, let's see them.
No,
You guys are going to be wagering.
it's the first.
Palmer will be wagering 500. Alex, I am seeing 200.
Yeah.
200, and Nick will be wagering 700. So you guys are going to get ready to write your question. As soon as I stop reading the question, the timer for 30 seconds will start. At the end of that, I ask you guys to show your paper. So get ready for music. I ask you guys, which famous American folk rock duo was featured on the soundtrack for the movie The Graduate that featured songs like The Sound of Silence and Mrs. Robinson? 30 seconds on the clock. Famous American folk rock duo.
So we do it? Do we show it or we just wait?
If everyone has it, Nick, do you have it down? I've got 15 seconds.
Good.
Nick, you have it? Everyone's got it
I got
at the
it.
same time.
I got it.
Let's-
I'm
let's
gonna-
see it. I'm seeing a lot of Simon and Garfunkel. That is the correct answer. Everyone is awarded points for that one. Great movie, great soundtrack, great duo. So after that round there, Nick, you have 2,400 points to wager on movies. Alex, you have 1,675, and Palmer, you have 1,875. So you guys can wager right now for your movies question, and show me those wagers when you're ready. See, Alex. Ready? All right. Let's see those wagers. Palmer, I'm seeing 800. Alex is at 500. And Nick is going big. He's going 1,000. Get ready here for your movies question. From movies, I ask you guys, in the movie The Greatest Showman, what percentage of ownership of the circus is Philip Carlyle initially given? 30 seconds on the clock. Alex looks excited about that question. Nick, not so much. "15 seconds. Nick's ready. Alex is ready. Palmer, you got 10 seconds left. All right. Let's see those answers. Seeing 2%, 20%, 45%. The correct answer was 10%. So everybody, unfortunately, loses points on this question. That's going to make this a much tighter third question. As we move into our third and last question of the night here, Nick, you've got 1,400 points. Took a bit of a hit on that last question. Palmer, you are close behind with 1,075. Alex, you're even closer with 1,175. You guys are wagering on history here. So let's get those wagers down and make them count. This is for the last question of the night. Let's see them when you're ready. Alex.
Go big or go home.
Alex is wagering 1,175. Nick got a very Jeopardy score of 1,399. And Palmer, that was, I saw a big number on there, 1,075. Everyone is going big on this question, so a lot rides on this. So you guys are ready? From history, this might make or break your guys' game. Very, very tight game here. From history, I ask you, who was the third man to walk on the moon? 30 seconds on the clock. I can see a look of disappointment fall on the contestants' faces. 20 seconds to write who the third man, not the first, not the second, not the fourth, the third man to walk on the moon. Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see those papers. I'm seeing Buzz Aldrin, Kevin Bacon, or that little astronaut guy. I think that little astronaut guy might have been the closest. The correct answer was Charles Pete Conrad. So unfortunately, no one got that right, but that's going to make this a very, very close game that ends with Palmer has 0 points. Alex has 0 points. Nick did some crafty math. Nick, you win with 1 point. Nick, you won Quantity Show with 1 point. And a two-way tie for second and third. That is an impressive game. That was a good game. Came right down to the wire. Nick, congratulations on that.
Palmer and Alex, it was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was good. Thank you. A good game.
That was a good game, guys. That's our game, folks. Congratulations again to Nick on winning our game today by the slightest of margins. A huge thanks to Alex and Palmer being such great contestants. As always, if you Red Foxes watching at home, like to be a contestant on the show, all you have to do is shoot me a DM on Instagram at mcarpenter7902, or you can message MCTV at MCTVMarist. We hope everyone's staying safe out there, especially right now during the pause. By the time this episode comes out, that'll be long over, and we'll probably all be home by then. But for now, we hope everyone's staying safe, and for that matter, at home, we hope you're staying safe too. So that's all we've got for you tonight. But for now, good night, stay safe, and as always, please wear your masks. We'll see you guys next time.